Okay, so we're going to do an arm bar from mount. So basics of a mount. If I can get underneath Steve's armpits, I will. But he's bringing his elbows down quite correctly, he's blocking the legs from going underneath his armpits. If I'm right underneath his armpits with my knees, it means when he's bridging, I'm sitting up on the chest. I'm not going to butt off as much as I would do if I'm sitting on his stomach. Again, what it also means is that it stops him from getting his arms in to do the elbow escape. So he's got me in a decent sort of position here where I'm more sitting down on his stomach. But to make it harder for him, I'm going to squeeze the knees together, and I'm going to tuck the blades of the feet underneath his backside there. Okay, so I'm just defending. From here, when I'm ready, with one arm down, I'm going to reach through the middle of his arms, and I'm going to grab the tricep. Now when I pull him onto his side, I must first of all put the knee straight under his shoulder to there, because I don't want to put the shoulder back on the floor. So the first motion is I pull him onto his side, the knee takes the space. And notice that all he needs to do is just move his body that way and put his back down again. Just like that. So that's not going to do any good unless I block the neck on the other side. You can't push the face to the floor, and I like to block underneath the chin to there. And what that does is it stops him from moving his body that way. It just keeps me with my knee underneath his shoulder. So I'll just go from the beginning again. So I want to bring this leg up at the same time. So from here, pull the shoulder up. I've got my knee under the shoulder, and I put that hand on the floor. And I'm just slapping that off for Steve. Now I want this foot as tight underneath his armpit as I can, so I just walk heels to toes. And if his arm's off the floor, I'm going to take that position, so I'm almost in an S mount. Okay? So from here, the important detail is that the foot comes around before I take this hand away. This is no good. You're off balance for a start. The other thing is he bridges back towards me. He's gone. Okay? So from here, the foot comes around before I take the hand away. Now the foot, it's got to take that space there, and the way I can bring that foot around is by just leaning the weight towards his far leg. That allows me to bring that around to there, okay? So from here, the foot comes around before I take that hand away. Now that that hand's away, I've got to do two things. If I don't take this arm, as I go for an arm bar, Steve will turn his arm that way, or he'll use it and he'll run his legs that way, which is the one I'm particularly worried about. Okay? So I need to take that arm with me. Similarly, what I don't want to do from here is fall back, and then I've got his arm up here. So I need to do two things when I'm on my side. So from this position that we were in, I'm just going to lean towards his legs, and I bring the foot around to there. By grabbing this arm, I can stop him from running his legs that way. So I grab the arm, and the second thing is, to make sure this arm bar stays tight, I don't fall backwards. Again, if I fall backwards, I'll end up with his forearm against the groin guard, and it's not a good arm bar. I need to just slide straight down his arm, shortest route to the floor. Okay, so we'll just work into again. So from here, this position, I'm going to reach across his tricep, and pull him onto his side. And the knee goes right underneath the shoulder, so you can't get the shoulder back down. Block his neck, and I'm already walking that foot underneath his armpit. Lean the weight towards the other leg as I swing that foot around, and only when the foot gets there do I take the hand away and I grab his tricep. Okay? Slide straight to the floor. Now from here, the argument is he can lock his hands together. I'm not bothered by that because it's easy to break. Okay? So hand goes to there, and I post out, and I've got a good arm bar position. And just make sure we've got good mechanics. The toes are crossed, and the heels are pulled back towards me. Okay? The knees are squeezed the whole time, and because I've slid down, my groin should be on his upper arm, it should be on his tricep. If I fall backwards, like I say, chances are I'll be around here. So this is a good, strong control. I'm pulling that arm back towards me the whole time. Now from here, I'm not too worried about breaking this grip. There's some easy ways to break it. For this particular one, I'm just going to raise that through the middle, brush his knuckles, and I've got the arm bar there. But just in terms of finishing the arm bar, what people will say is that this thumb needs to be pointing up. It doesn't matter because that's how his elbow bends, okay? Basically that hand can be in any position. So what I want from here to finish it, I'll finish it the other way. So I want to hook onto the side of the hip, and I'm pulling the upper arm back towards me. I get his wrist into the crook of my elbow, put the chest forward, and it's squeezing everything tight. slowly backwards. You should tap before you hit the floor. So I'll go through the whole thing again. So from here to there. Pull him up onto his side. Make sure you get that knee underneath the shoulder. This foot is walking up underneath his armpit as much as you can. Hand goes immediately to the floor, so he can't just move his body that way and put his shoulder down. And then I'm going to lean towards his far leg. Bring that foot around his head. Okay, and the hand doesn't come away until the foot's there. I grab the upper arm of the other arm so that he can't run that way. And then, important, I slide straight to the floor, which means that my hips are here on his tricep, they're not down on his lower arm. So from here, I grab my own hip, pull that elbow back towards me, and I'm on his upper arm there. Okay? If he's got a grip there, I can break that grip before I take the arm, wrist into the crook of the elbow, squeezing everything tight so I've got the toes crossed, heels pulling back towards me the whole time, knees pinched together, put the chest forward, and I slowly lower myself back until he taps out. Like I said, in terms of grip breaks, I'm not too worried about these. You grab it in a number of different ways. I'm worried about grip breaking on another film, but that's the simplest one. I can just kick that other arm off to there and then lock them up. It doesn't matter where the thumb is. What I want though is I want the wrist into the crook of the elbow to there. Steve can try it, he can try turning his arm as much as he wants, as long as it's tight like that. He still